snake, Amanda. You're a snake in the grass. Like, she's very mute. She's gonna be that weak figure that he needs. And honestly, claps to you.
That was harsh.
What Bravo actually did in the editing room for the Summer House Season 10 Reunion Part 1 is honestly a masterclass in reality TV editing. If you only watched the televised episode, you probably think you saw a pretty straightforward, explosive showdown between Sierra and Amanda. You watch Sierra throw out the snake in the grass label, clap her hands in absolute frustration, and drop that devastating, weak, mute figure monologue that left Kyle whispering, "That was harsh," while the camera zoomed in on Amanda's tears. But what you watched on TV, that was the clean, packaged, Bravo-approved version of events. When you strip away the network polish and dissect the raw, leaked audio, a completely different reality emerges. Nobody in that room came out with clean hands. We are not here to pick sides or crown a villain. We're just looking at what actually happened versus what they showed us and why those two things are not the same. The first thing Bravo quietly buried is the one piece of context that explains why Sierra reacts the way she does, and without it, she just looks like she's overreacting. In the aired version, Amanda tries to defend herself by throwing out what sounds like a simple throwaway line.
Sometimes you can't help who you like and who you are attracted to.
You actually can't help it.
So when
you're married, you actually can't help it.
The broadcast makes it look like Sierra just flatly shuts it down because she's angry. But the leak exposes the real connective tissue that Bravo completely sliced out. In the raw audio, right after Amanda says that line, she fires back at Sierra with a highly pointed jab.
Okay, but guess what? Sometimes you can't help who you like and who you are attracted to.
You actually can't help it. You can't.
Not from what you said.
Not from what you've said. To understand why that matters, you have to look back at the actual facts of the season. In Season 10, Episode 7, during a highly vulnerable group dinner, Sierra opened up to the cast about the intense public scrutiny and racial blowback she faced as a black woman dating Wes publicly on national television.
Very racial, obviously, being in this position. Like, I was the first black person in this house. The hardest thing with, like, the me and Wes situation is that, like, everyone's always just like, oh, you, like, let a white man play you on national TV. You can't help who you love. You can't help, like, who you are attracted to sometimes.
Amanda didn't just stumble into an accidental romance, she deliberately archived her friend's deepest on-camera vulnerability and weaponized it at the reunion to excuse her own actions. Amanda tried to use Sierra's past words as a shield, essentially saying, "You told me attraction is uncontrollable when it came to your struggles, so you can't blame me for jumping into bed with him now." Sierra's anger was not random, but was a direct reaction to her own words being twisted and used against her. Amanda twisting an intimate conversation about race and public pressure to justify pursuing her close friend's very recent acts. By cutting that specific back-and-forth loop, Bravo made Amanda's defense look like a vague feelings argument and made Sierra look like she was just being emotional with no real basis, when in reality, Sierra was reacting to something very specific and very calculated.
You're a snake in the grass, and you should honestly just say okay.
What happened in that room also looked nothing like the clean two-person fight Bravo put on television. The aired version keeps the whole thing focused on Sierra and Amanda going at each other, which makes for tight, easy-to-follow TV. But the actual leaked audio is chaotic. It is loud. The whole cast is in it at the same time.
Where was the apology for Sierra in the statement?
Apology
Because I asked you, because I sent you a text message and I asked you when the rumors came out, is this true? You were like,
And I denied
me and
it.
Wes are just
And I 100% denied it, and I lied to you.
And you were like, duh. Like,
Why
we're
did
best
you?
friends.
Why did you?
Because it was all so new and I was figuring it out. There were so many layers and complications to this. The fact that he was seeing other people, the fact that I was technically
Is that enough of
still
complications
married.
and layers to go, what the fuck are we doing here?
Right, yeah.
Period.
We talked about it.
What they are doing is not just chiming in. They are all piling on together from every direction until Amanda basically has no room left to breathe.
If you could listen to what I'm saying instead of telling me that everything I'm saying is wrong, I would greatly appreciate that.
In the aired version, Kyle comes across as the quiet, hurt ex-husband sitting to the side, mostly staying out of it. That is not what the leak shows. In the raw audio, Kyle is not quiet at all. He directly calls Amanda and Wes's behavior fraudulent.
To be clear. And you get to manipulate people and say whatever you want to them and get whatever you want
that's
from
what seems
them.
so fraudulent.
Yeah.
It's like you
that's
tell
literally
yourself
your MO.
something so you can be at peace with the schmuck that you are, but everybody else has a completely different interpretation of their relationship with you.
That is Kyle, her estranged husband, someone who has known her for years and built this show with her. That line never made it to the aired episode. The aired episode makes Amanda look like a sympathetic target of one woman's wrath, whereas the raw audio sounds like an entire room of peers stripping away her defenses. And even though this is only part 1 with 2 more reunion episodes left, it already feels obvious Bravo is shaping a very specific narrative around Amanda and how they want viewers to see her. One of the biggest arguments on the aired reunion is about the joint statement dropped on March 31st confirming the romance. The aired version handles this like a straightforward timeline conversation. The leaked audio tells a very different story about how and why that statement actually came out. In the second leaked clip, Amanda tells the cast there was a video, footage of her in what she described as a very vulnerable, intimate situation that she was scared would be used as blackmail or released publicly without her consent. That is the actual reason the statement came out when it did. Not because they sat down together and decided to do the right thing, not because the internet got too loud, because Amanda believed someone had footage of her and the situation was no longer in their hands.
The statement came out incredibly rushed because of how insane it all became. Like,
You got smoked out.
So why did you feel?
No, there was a video that was out there, and the last thing I wanted was for us to continue denying it and for this video of me taking in a very vulnerable, intimate situation to be used as blackmail or released publicly.
That entire exchange, the video, the blackmail fear, the panic, does not exist anywhere in the aired episode. Bravo removed it completely. Which means every single person who watched part 1 went in thinking Amanda and Wes came forward because they chose to. The leak says they came forward because they felt like they had no other option. There's also the conversation about the statement itself that the broadcast softened considerably. In the leaked audio, Amanda openly called the statement a word salad, her words, not ours. She even joked that they used ChatGPT to write it, before quickly trying to walk it back. What aired was Carl's cleaner line about it being like singing Happy Birthday without saying anyone's name. That's a pointed observation, but it's a lot easier to hear than Amanda laughing about her own half-hearted apology and then having to pretend she was joking. The final shot of Amanda in the aired episode is her in tears, looking like someone who got hit by something she didn't see coming. The leaked audio says she saw it coming the whole time and made her peace with it. Now, obviously, this is only part 1. Bravo has 2 more episodes to work with, and could surface some of this later. But when you line up the raw audio against what actually aired, the pattern is hard to ignore.
Do whatever you need to do to climb the ladder.
And then there is West, who somehow ends up as the least talked about person in a mess he built from scratch. While Amanda and Sierra are going back and forth about loyalty and weak figures, the one person with the most to answer for is sitting mostly quiet. West is the only person in that room who had the full picture at every single point in this story. He was flirting with Sierra on camera all summer. The finale makeout, the sleepovers, all of it. He was building something with Amanda off camera at the same time. And he was seeing Maja Moreno, who told Page 6 they were exclusive right up until late March. He spent the night with Maja the night before his Watch What Happens live appearance, where he wore the horsehair ties she made for him, sat across from Andy Cohen on live TV, and denied that he and Amanda were anything. The final edit centers the drama on Amanda's betrayal of a friendship, but the receipts show West was operating on a level of calculated clout chasing that Lindsay flatly calls out. He ran a 3-way parallel play to secure his position on the show. Because Amanda and Sierra are performing their pain so loudly, West is allowed to blend into the background, playing the passive spectator to a war he completely engineered. The accountability moments the broadcast gives him, where he admits to things one by one, all come from Andy Cohen asking him direct questions. Left to himself, in the raw audio, he contributes almost nothing. Bravo is not some neutral camera crew just pointing lenses at real life. They are a TV network. They have a show to protect, ratings to chase, and, let's not forget, they need you tuning in for part 2 and part 3. So look at what actually got cut. Kyle calling West a schmuck to his face? Gone. Amanda laughing about her own apology being a word salad? Gone. The fact that there was a video, that Amanda was scared it would be used against her, that the whole statement came out because they got smoked out? Gone. The 4 words, not from what you've said, the only words that explain why Sierra reacted the way she did? Gone. And the fact that West sat in a room full of people he hurt and barely opened his mouth unless Andy Cohen made him? Also gone. Pull all of that out, and what do you have left? A woman crying on television while one other woman reads her for filth. We will be here when parts 2 and 3 drop, and now you know exactly what to watch for. If somebody in your life needs to see this, send it to them. The full leak breakdown is right up on your screen. And if you want real takes on reality TV with no sugarcoating, subscribe to TV Trainwreck. We are not going anywhere.